The Aula F75. I finally got my hands on it, and today we are going to see if it's really worth all of the hype that it's getting right now. So, if you are in India and into keyboards, you must be following this subreddit MK India. If not, you should. And in the last few months, there has been this one keyboard that has flooded this subreddit with posts of their purchases left and right, and it has been crazy. And the best part about the Aula F75 is that it just provides so much value for your money. Like if you were to just rewind like 2 years back, like there were really no keyboards, no gasket mounted keyboards that you could buy under like 15,000 rupees. And the fact that now you can get a fully pre-built keyboard with keycaps and switches and tri-mode connection for less than half the price of what you used to pay, it's just crazy. So the price starts from I think 5,400 rupees to the variant that I have is the Aula Reaper linear switch. And the only competitor for this keyboard right now, not this one, is the Royal Clutch M75, and it has been this for a very long time. But there has been a price increase for this keyboard recently, and it's not a great value anymore in comparison to the Aula F75. The Aula Reaper is a 5-pin linear switch. These are factory looped, and I would put them in the medium weight category of linear switches. I opened up the switch to see the condition of the factory loop, and the bottom housing had no loop on it, but the stem had a very tiny amount of loop, and I think that is enough for most use cases. This keyboard is made of plastic, and it has tri-mode connectivity with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi dongle and wired mode. The buttons are at the top of the keyboard, and you can use them to switch between those three modes. So the back of the keyboard is very clean, and I think there's a lot of padding and foam inside, and you can see it's not hollow, which is a good thing, and it really contributes to the sound of this keyboard. So modding this keyboard might not be so straightforward. I looked it up, and I am not going to try it, but you have to pry open the top case and then you'll be able to access it. And I think that is one drawback of this keyboard, because if you were to buy a more premium board, usually they will be very easy to open. For example, the MD75 and the Zoom keyboards come with a magnetic latch which you can open without any kind of screws, which really helps you in modding the keyboard. This one is going to be a pain. The other thing that I don't like about this keyboard is the software. I think it's a bit gimmicky for what it does. I think it works quite well. It has the layers and macros and all the things that you could expect from a keyboard software, but I think I'm just used to QMKV as a software, and again, if you have multiple keyboards, it's going to be hard to keep track of which software goes for which keyboard, and yeah, that's something you have to consider. The other thing is that I could not find a Mac specific software for this keyboard on their website. There was only a Windows version. I have used the keyboard on a Mac. It works just fine, but the software is something you have to consider as well. Should you buy this keyboard, the Aula F75? If somebody asks me, right, you have 5 to 6,000 to spend on a keyboard, this would be it. Like, there's nothing else in this category that comes as close to this. And there's a reason for that, right? A gasket mounted keyboard, completely pre-built with good quality keycaps and switches, that is tri-mode, that supports Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and wired mode, with a lot of foam inside, right? And that sounds so good. There is really no other keyboard that comes as close as this right now. But the thing is, if you would want to buy this keyboard and you are planning to mod this, I think you should look elsewhere, because I don't think this is the keyboard that you would buy to mod it. There's a reason for this. One, I think probably voiding the warranty if you open this. If you're buying a pre-built and you are going to mod this, you are losing value, because let's say you remove the keycaps doesn't go anywhere, right? So you have paid for the keycaps, now you're losing value because you have replaced it with something else. Same for the switches and the stabilizers, right? If you want to mod something, like, don't buy a pre-built, get a bare bone, and you would be getting the complete value out of it. So who is this keyboard not for? When I mentioned the drawback of this keyboard, software was the main thing. So the fact that we don't have a software driver for this keyboard for Mac is really going to be a turn off for a lot of people. So yeah, think twice before buying this keyboard if you are on a Mac system. And the second thing is, if you have ever used an aluminum keyboard like this is going to feel much more premium than a plastic keyboard like the Aula. The other thing is, if you are going into a price range above like 10 to 15k of keyboards, they are most likely going to support QMK. And by those softwares, what it means is that you can configure your keyboard from any operating system like the Windows, Mac or even Linux. If you have multiple keyboards, then all of them, if they support QMK, the QMK configuration is going to be the same for all of them, right? So that really puts an ease to you as a user, right? So that is really the only downside of this keyboard. Other than that, I think this is really perfect for what it offers in the budget right now. And yeah, this is it guys. The Aula F75, the best budget mechanical keyboard in India 2025, I guess, for now. See ya.